Fieldhouse for CTN's presentation of high school boys basketball, where the Centennial Cougars taking on the Coon Rapids Cardinals. Jeremy Smith in for Joe Young tonight, here with Howie Shapiro.
Well, you know, when you said Cougars, it was kind of with a question mark, so I wasn't sure if you were definitely positive.
I'm 99% sure it's the Cougars.
These are two teams that come in, Jeremy, at 2-11, both struggling a little bit. Centennial without Tyler Peterson, the Northwest Suburban's leading scorer from a year ago. But these two teams looking for a little momentum and coming in fairly equal teams, looking to get that third win of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to see a lot of players out on the court tonight who are getting a chance to step up big, both in the front and the backcourt. And we do have some key players on both sides of the ball.
Well, you know, starting for Centennial, Josh McGreal, you know, one of the better players for the Cougars, 15.5 points a game. And if they're looking without Peterson in that lineup, they're looking for some additional scoring, and they certainly look to get it here tonight against Coon Rapids, who have been giving up some points, but coming off a really good game against Blaine, a 76-70 loss to the Bengals.
And they did have an opportunity in that one. They saw a big lead slip away, so we'll see how they play down the stretch tonight. And one of the key players in that, on the Coon Rapids side of the ball, is going to be Nick Keller.
Nick Keller's really, since that Champlin game, has really picked up his game. Scored 26 against Blaine. And I'm not sure you knew this, but he came from Blaine a year ago. So it was a little revenge in his mind. But he is averaging a little less than 12 points and almost 8 boards a game. He's really played well. The Cardinals definitely need him to step up, along with Sam Carver, some big bodies underneath here tonight.
All right, well, we'll see who takes advantage here tonight. We'll be back in just a bit with high school boys basketball on CTN.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing.
I watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook, because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
I wish I was in school. If only I had a math test today. I'll stay after class.
I'll clean the chalkboard.
I wish I was in school.
School ends, but free lunches for your kids don't have to. Find your local food bank at feedingamerica.org/summer meals for help.
Checking your fantasy league?
Nah, just my 401k statement.
Nice. Where'd you find the money for that?
I just been saving a little every month.
I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back to Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse. Boys basketball here on CTN. Cougars and the Cardinals getting ready to clash here. Lots of C's there, Howie.
Are we counting C's tonight?
I don't know.
We could. We certainly could.
All they want to count tonight is the W.
So, you know, we talked about this is a game where both teams maybe can get a little healthy. And, you know, it gets a little later in the season. You want to be able to get that win. You want to be able to kind of get some W's in the win column and kind of work towards that section. So it'll be an interesting contest tonight. This team beat Coon Rapids last year. Had a pretty big night against them, and Tyler Peterson, who we talked about in the opening, won't be here, had a big night as well. So the Cardinals know that. They remember it.
Well, we'll take a look at who's starting tonight on the Cardinals side. We've got Marcus Rask, Jake, is it Demovic? There you go, Dale Lowell, Nick Keller, and Sam Carver. Over on the Centennial side, Shane Tilleen, Elliot Leighton, Matt Robinson, Josh McGreal, and Theo Johnson. So
there it goes. So it should be an interesting game, and we'll see. Centennial loves to press. They love to pressure. Cardinals are going to have to be able to advance the ball up court and not turn the ball over, and I think that's going to be a big key tonight for Coon Rapids. One of the big keys.
Absolutely. We'll see in the girls' game. I know last week there were a lot of instances of defense turning into offense pretty quick, so we'll see what happens here tonight, what kind of pressure each team brings right off the tip.
Yeah, and you know, you look at number 22, Dale Lowell. He is a catalyst for this team as well, and you know we've seen him a couple of times this year being able to fill up the basket. So he also is going to be an important member of this Coon Rapids squad if they're going to get this victory here at home tonight. Now you see Nick Keller, and we talked about it against Blaine. Big night, 26 points, and he's really come away with some ability here, and they were looking for that early in the season, but I think he's figuring it out, and he adds another dimension to that Coon Rapids post play.
Well, it looks just from the start that Coon Rapids is matched up pretty well in the height department, not overmatched in either either spot down low there as our referees come out to center court to get this game started.
And again, it should be a quick moving game. You know, Coach O and I have we talk every week, and he kind of schools me and makes me learn about basketball because he's so knowledgeable, and I love talking to him. And he just thinks that he's starting to see some things in his squad that are turning in the right direction. So coming out tonight, we'll see if those things that they've been working on in practice all week pay off here.
Absolutely. As we get a look at the coaches talking to their teams here right before opening tip-off.
Head coach Mike Agork, Coach O, as he's fondly known as, and his counterpart, Travis Bledsoe, his second year as the head coach for the Centennial Cougars. So we're about ready to tip it off. We ISO both big men at getting ready to jump for the center to the ball. There's head coach Travis Bledsoe. Congratulations to him. Had a baby girl today here at coaching tonight.
And the Cougars get the opening tip. Taylene bringing it up to midcourt, looking for an opening. Swings it around the point. A dribble penetration and pass down to the corner. Ball swung back around the top. Thinks about the three-pointer, takes it in. Open shot for Taylene, and he drains the three.
Well, they do a nice job of moving the ball around the perimeter and find that open man, and Taylene that time spotted up and dropped it for the early 3-0 lead.
Coon Rapids seeing that press, picking them up at half court as they bring the ball forward. Rask passes it down to the left wing. Nice pass down into the post. Gets blocked. Centennial turning it the other way, coming up court. Taylene again handling the ball, swinging it over to Leiden. Leiden dribbles back over to Taylene on the wing for three, and that one comes up short. Foul out there.
They're going to call this on Marcus Rask. I think they could have actually called it either way. But that'll be the first team foul, first obviously foul on Rask. And another important member of this team. He's the field general.
Leiden drives in, makes the shot there to give Centennial a 5-point lead.
You see a little bit of pressure. They're laying off a little bit.
Coon Rapids working the ball down to the right wing, dribbles underneath, pass across the lane, back around top. And back down to the corner. Demovic tried to make something happen there, picked up the foul.
I like the way he went aggressive to the basket and then looked to the pass for Carver underneath, because Carver was alone there. But he picks up the infraction, and Taylene picks up that foul.
Coon Rapids inbounds. 3-point shot from the outside, no good. Coon Rapids comes away with the board. Puts up another one, also no good, and this one's controlled by Centennial. A little bit of pressure there from Demovic as Centennial brings the ball.
Well, Demovic can score. He had 35 points earlier this season.
Nice pass into the post. And Johnson tips that one in for an easy bucket.
Cardinals trailing 7-0 at this point early on. And
nice drive to the hoop there from Lowell, and he gets Coon Rapids on the board.
Yeah, Lowell did a nice job of just finding a little bit of space underneath. Lowell, the leading scorer for this club, averaging a little over 12 points a game.
And Coon Rapids ratcheting up the defensive pressure a little bit there. Centennial works the ball around, misses a shot outside, but the rebound's picked up underneath. A block, another attempt, another board. Ball is still loose, and Coon Rapids comes up with it. Good defensive effort there.
That was all Nick Keller. 2 blocks on that possession. And they're going to call travel on that.
And that'll turn the ball over to Centennial.
Yeah, Dio wincing a little bit in pain. Looked like he slid when he was trying to advance to the bucket.
Taylene pass to the corner. Robinson drains the three.
Yeah, quick timeout.
We're going to get a timeout.
Yeah, 10-2 lead for Centennial, and that can't please Coach O, as Tarian Johnson's going to check in at the next available opportunity for Coon Rapids.
Well, defensively, Coon Rapids had an opportunity down there to shut down a few second chance attempt to points, so that bodes good when you can stop the opponent from scoring off those second chance points.
Well, no doubt, and he's going to love the hustle from Nick Keller, just staying with that, and really the fact that it didn't commit the foul, didn't get any contact with the body, and had 2 consecutive blocks. But Cardinals defensively need to step up a little bit, and they need to really kind of step a man out and get out to the perimeter.
Try to get a hand up in their face.
Yeah, I always like that. You know what else I like? I
what
like
else
Facebook.
Do you like?
I like Facebook.
Wow.
And we want everybody out there to like us. Go to CTN Studios on Facebook and check us out. You might see a picture of Jeremy Smith.
There's a chance.
And if you watch Sports Night this week and you watch the intro, you'll see some love from Jeremy Smith.
I'll do what I can.
Yes, you do.
Coon Rapids inbounds the ball. Brings it up court. Quick pass out. Thought about a shot and down to the post. Nice bank shot from Nick Keller there.
Well, nice play design by Coach O off that timeout.
Definitely good to get some rhythm out of the break.
Well, yeah, you want to take a break and you want to put some points in, and that's exactly what they did. Oh, nice job by Keller there. Almost stole the ball.
And it looks like we are going to get.
Did they call it timeout? They called the timeout by Centennial did.
There we go.
Before they lost the possession of the basketball.
So as the defense ratcheted it up here before they turned that over from the bench, we got a timeout. Probably a good safe use of the timeout at that point.
Well, you don't want to turn the ball over. Unfortunately, we're getting very little use out of our monitor tonight. So if we're not talking about a play, pardon us because we're not seeing the replay.
Well, we know our technical staff is going to do the best they can with what they got. That's the CTN way, right?
That's kind of with the announcing crew, too.
There you go.
Same way.
When
that is the CTN way.
When the All-Star Joe Yund is not available, they pull up a guy from the minor leagues.
Yeah. Joe said he was going to bring the iPad tonight and watch it from the arena. So, if you're watching, new fan in Blaine, Joe Yund.
Centennial inbounds the ball. McGreal working down low, passes it over to the wing. Another open three. Robinson hits that one as well.
Boy, again, they're just doing a nice job, and percentage-wise by Centennial, able to hit those shots from beyond the arc.
3 of 4 so far tonight. Cougars errant pass, turns around into a fast break opportunity. We've got a clean block out of bounds off Coon Rapids.
Yeah, that's what Centennial likes to do, is like the transition basketball off the turnover. You saw it there, couldn't get the bucket, but they retained possession.
And Taylor will inbound from under his own hoop. Looking for someone, throws it up top for McGreal. McGreal dribbles down, pass, swung out to the corner, back up top. Dribble penetration and a nice dish to Johnson for the 2.
That was very pretty. Again, Cardinal defense having to look out for that 3 as they move the ball around the perimeter, but a nice feed inside to Johnson for the bucket. 15-4 lead now for the Cougars. Not the way Coon Rapids wanted this game to start.
Little head fake, dribble drive, and blocked underneath. A loose ball, a little race for it. Gets picked up by Centennial. Leiden dribbles around, hoists a lob pass across court. That pass is picked off, pushed ahead, turned over again. Looks like a tennis match right now.
A good hustle by Johnson. Keller
Leiden
with the
lost
basketball.
The handle there. And Keller takes it up and in to score off the steal.
Oh, that's what they needed. They needed to get some points off that steal. Still a big lead for Centennial.
And we're going to get a foul there on Keller.
Yeah, Keller, it's going to be his first second team.
Leiden with the inbound pass here. Taylor dribbling past the defense, avoiding the trap there. Pass goes down underneath. Good aggressive take from McGreal for the basket.
Again, McGreal doing a nice job not wasting any time to go hard to the hoop. They're going to get a push on McGreal now.
Coming down the other way, yeah.
Yep.
Looks like Carver had him beat there for a nice pass into the post. Tried to get away with it, but the refs were right there to call it.
Logan Mercado checking into the game.
Leiden a break.
So that infraction will go against Theo Johnson. Second team on the Cougars.
Lau with the pass inside. Keller can't get it to go. Cougars with the rebound.
Cougars had numbers underneath the basket. Sam Carver couldn't get to the ball. Good job by Centennial to box out.
Robinson turns it over.
Oh.
And a miss there. Gets a second opportunity after a quick pass, and that one he puts it.
He got his bucket. Lead is 9. Oh.
Looked like a clean steal, but the ref was there.
If I could see the replay, I could tell you if that was a clean steal. Looked like he had all ball, but...
Well, we'll have to let our viewers at home who can see the replay
or somebody in the truck can tell us.
Yeah. Centennial inbounds, facing that pressure now from Coon Rapids, picking them up at the half-court line. Taylene dribbles through, gets a pass underneath to Mercado for the basket.
The Cougars answer that bucket by Coon Rapids with a bucket of their own to continue that lead.
Keller fires it down to the corner, and a pretty little kiss off the glass for Johnson to put that one in.
12-point lead for the Cougars. Almost a steal by Keller there. Keller's got one person who doesn't want to pick up a second one here early.
Shot and a rebound. Second rebound. Centennial fighting their own men for the ball there. And we finally get a foul there.
They're going to call that one on Lowell. Tyler Brick gets ready to check in for Coon Rapids at the next available whistle. Fourth team foul on Coon Rapids.
First shot from the line is good.
So Brick will check in and Keller will sit on the bench.
After making the first, Johnson gets ready to take the second here.
Coach Bledsoe giving a little instruction to some of his players while they hit that second free throw. 11-point lead. I thought that was wrong on the scoreboard. 21-10.
All right. Pass down to the corner for Coon Rapids. Worked back around to the point. While looking for someone. Gets passed back around to Rask for 3. That one bounces off the iron. No good. Rebound Coon Rapids. Pass fired down to the corner. Another 3-point attempt. This one is good. Demovic drains it.
A nice job by Jake to spot up. Lowell's calling for it as well, but both players at the corners open.
Easy pass to an open player under the basket. McGreal just tips that one in.
Coach O just holds up his hands like, where was the defense?
Coon Rapids brings it back up court. Demovic swinging around along. While looking for a spot around the defense. Dribbles to the right, fires back to Demovic. And we've got a travel. There are no good turnovers, but traveling's the worst.
Traveling is not. No turnover is good unless it's by your opponent.
There you go.
But
the wisdom of Howie Shapiro.
It's coming up in my new coming book, though. Howieisms. Howieisms.
Moving the ball. We got another shot from 3. Rebound there. McGreal cleans the glass and puts that one in.
McGreal called for an infraction.
Delay of game after the basket.
Wow.
Not one you see very often. Rask works the ball up. Open shot for 3. Off the backboard and rebound eventually. Falls out of bounds to Centennial.
Went off a brick. You know, with both Keller and Carver out of lineup, a little bit of size deficit. Now Carver's coming back in for a brick. And Reese Mann, just a freshman, a 9th grader, coming to the game for Coon Rapids. Like to see that. Like to see all these young players get some minutes here when they have the opportunity.
Coon Rapids again with the pressure. Centennial brings the ball up court, fired down low to beat the press. And another easy basket for Josh McGreal.
Yeah, we've seen that all night, just that inside defense.
Coon Rapids looking to work the ball down inside, and we've got
we're gonna call that a Mercado.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it a calling for the block down there.
That'll be his first, team third.
10-15 left to play here. Cardinals facing a 14-point deficit as they inbound the ball. Swung around to the point to Carver, back to the corner. This one bounces no good from 3. Centennial posts down that rebound. Leiden tries to penetrate, gets the ball passed back around to the point. Fed inside, and a basket for Johnson. We got another timeout from Coon Rapids.
Well, again, that inside game that offensively for Centennial is really paying off for them tonight. They've opened up a 16-point lead over Coon Rapids. And Coach Joe just shaking his head a little bit. Can't be pleased with the defensive effort from his squad. You've got to do a better job of not letting that player get a good look inside.
Well, and also if you're going to play that defensive pressure, you can't let them get behind you. You've seen a couple easy passes down low for McGreal.
Yep.
Tip in the layup.
Well, Coach Joe said they have a nice inside game, and they certainly do. You can see it here tonight. They're working their strength.
Well, it helps when you're shooting 3 of 5 from three-point as well.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and that's the problem that Coon Rapids is dealing with, is that their defense covering the perimeter, your defense coming outside. Centennial doing a good job of mixing up offensively what they're doing here tonight.
Speaking of mixing up, Centennial comes out of that timeout with some pressure. Ball passes it around the point to Domovic. Domovic down to the wing. Johnson dribbles back around the top, almost stolen. Coon Rapids looking for any opening there to get the ball inside. Pass around there. Shot from Lowell doesn't fall, and Centennial comes back the other way.
Lowell got a good look at it, just couldn't get his ball to drop.
And there we go, Coon Rapids ball after the Centennial miss. We got some subs coming on the court.
Yeah, Keller's coming back in at this point. Armand Roper Thornton also in.
And Centennial's got that full court press out there. Ball's inbounded to man, brings it across half court, looking to pass. Finds Johnson. Johnson back around to the front. Swung down to the wing. Pass underneath through the lane. Gets through traffic somehow. Ball swung back around. Pass down low, back up to the point. 2-point shot from Roper Thornton is no good. Centennial coming back the other way. Good defensive effort from Coon Rapids to stop that break.
Yeah, that was Tarion Johnson, I believe, coming and getting a hand on the basketball. It looked like an opportunity for a fast break. Quick 2 points for the Cougars. But
they avoided the foul and got the ball back.
Absolutely.
Vaughn brings the ball back down. Carver dribbles in from the wing. Goes for the layup and is blocked. McGreal, but Coon Rapids comes up with the ball again. Another missed shot. That one will be a foul and one.
Yeah, just stay with it. Get that. Make sure you get that second and third look if you don't hit your first shot. And that time Sam Carver did a nice job.
Good job there, as we see on the replay. Carver staying with the shot.
It's like McGreal with the foul. His first, team fourth. I was gonna say that's pretty quick. Carver couldn't get the free throw to drop.
Centennial moving the ball up here. Pass down to the post, and we've got a reach.
Yeah, over the back by Johnson.
Over the back on Johnson. Centennial will bring Taylene back out onto the court.
Well, Joe Young just sent me a text and said Jeremy Smith sounds great. See, you're all worried. You're passing the test. Joe's getting a little concerned about his job.
Well, there we go. Well, I'll try to make sure we still need him. As Coon Rapids gets an opportunity there and takes advantage. 2 points for Carver.
Carver now with 4.
Centennial, it's an opportunity looking, passes back around to the point. Taylene works it down to the wing. Tricky shot at a bad angle and gets his own rebound and puts it back in.
And defense has to prevent those second chance opportunities, especially when they're trailing by 14.
Keller pass over to the wing. No good for Carver, but it's tipped up.
Wow, Nick Keller. A nice play by Nick. Avoid the contact, go over the back without any contact. That's 6 points now for Nick Keller.
Centennial working the ball around. Pass back outside. 3-point shot is no good. We've got a foul.
I'm gonna call that on Carver, I believe. Yep. They're going to call that on Carver. That will be his first, team 6th. Centennial looking for a timeout here.
Looks like they're going to bring McGrill back onto the court. Well, Howie, 7 minutes left here in the first half. Coon Rapids down by 12.
Yeah, Cardinals just have to get some stops on defense, and there's still plenty of time left in this first half, and just try and avoid giving up second and third opportunities to the Cougars. And then offensively, they have to do a better job of converting their shots. We've seen some opportunities underneath, not able to convert for the Cardinals. That's a very little small Twitter there, but
it is a little Twitter logo.
It's a little Twitter.
I think originally we were going to try to get all the players to wear the Twitter logo on their shorts, but we ran into some legal issues. So we'll just do the little graphic on screen.
Legal issues. It's tough. You just can't do it. But anyway, follow us on Twitter at CTN Studios. You get a chance to see what we do, get up all the events, what we're televising, and the next time Jeremy Smith is here, we will make sure we put it on Twitter.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Just so people know to stay away.
That's not what I had in mind, but
we'll fix it in post.
Yes. We fix everything in post.
There we go. Centennial inbounds the ball. Looking for an opening. The Coon Rapids pressure again, picking them up at half court. Pass around to Taylene. Taylene looking for someone. Fires it over to Leiden. Leiden over to Kazina, who takes it all the way through the lane, tries to lay it in, no good, but the rebound is picked up and tipped in by McGrill.
Yeah, McGrill now with 10 points. Leading the scoring here for the Cougars. And again, just great job defensively underneath the boards on their offensive end.
Coon Rapids looking for an opening here. Hahn passes it down underneath. Dribbles through the lane, tries the reverse, comes off the backboard. Ball loose underneath, Centennial comes up with it.
We saw Keller make a very similar basket against Blaine. This time, didn't get the part of the backboard he wanted. Got more of the side of the backboard.
As McGrill misses one underneath, Coon Rapids comes up with the rebound. Pass ahead to Roper Thompson, who brings it down the wing. Swings it back around to the point to Johnson. Johnson passes it down inside. Keller with the turnaround shot and makes it go.
Yeah, sweet shot from Nick. It just creates his own space, gets a little height advantage, and he's got 8.
Pressure from Coon Rapids. Taylene brings it up. Dumps it over to Johnson. Johnson looking to make something happen. Fires it over to Kuznia. I'm going to go with Kuznia.
Sure, why not?
Why not? Back over to Unopa Taylene for 3, and he makes that one go as well.
Yeah, he hit the first 3 of the game to start this contest, and that's his spot on the court. And we talked about Joe. Joe is actually at his, will be shortly here, at his son's hockey game. Go Cards, go Aaron.
There you go. A little work there from Keller, can't get it to go.
Tried to get the scoop.
Quick drive and a pass over to McGrill on the baseline. Puts in the short jumper there. Extend that lead to 38-21. 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. Man brings the ball up for Coon Rapids. Roper Thornton, and we've got a foul. Gonna get a block over there. Leiden gonna pick that one up.
Yep, that'll be his first, team 6. Both teams with 6 personals at this point in the game with 4:55 remaining in the half.
And we'll get a couple subs here.
Marcus Rask comes back in. Jake Domovic also for Coon Rapids.
Keller inbounds under the basket. And we've got a foul on the rebound.
Yeah. Roper Thornton, he had a big smile. I can't believe he missed that. He missed that shot, but he's got an opportunity. His teammate does. Johnson does for, see if he gets some points. No, I guess he's going to be at the line. I thought Johnson. So he's got the opportunity to earn those 2 points from the stripe.
This will be Coon Rapids' first free throws of the night.
I think Carver had one on that bucket where he could have had a 3-point play.
Wow. I was being psychic there. That was their first made free throw of the night.
See, that's what you.
I spoke too soon. That makes the Cardinals 50% on free throws tonight. Let's see if they can raise that with another make here. Second shot from Roper Thornton is also good. 23-38. Centennial lead, facing the full court press now. Almost stolen. Bounces back to Centennial. Pass down to the side. Kuznia lobs it over the head of Taylene, and that's a Coon Rapids ball. Johnson looking to inbound here. 2 back on defense, not too much help, but he gets it up to the front court. Trapped in the corner is Roper Thornton looking for help. He gets it, passes over to Keller on the left wing. Pass down low underneath. Rask dribbles, tries a cross-court pass. That one's tipped by Centennial. Robinson able to get his hand on that one, knock it out of bounds, and it'll remain Coon Rapids ball.
Centennial defensively giving the Cardinals a little trouble trying to move that ball inside.
Johnson will inbound for Coon Rapids. Tosses it back to Rask. Rask dribbling across half court. Over to the wing. Roper Thornton dribbling left under the basket. Takes it up. Layup's no good. Fight for the rebound, and Centennial comes away with it.
I think he stepped on the line.
On the line.
Hey, good hustle by Rask trying to go after that loose basketball.
Let's see Brandon Pratt come on as Roper Thornton gets a break. Dimovic with the inbound pass. Throws it into Keller. Keller back up to the point. 3 from the corner is good.
Had a lot of arc on it. A nice job by Dimovic. That gives him 6. He's hit a couple of 3s tonight.
Ball gets worked down. Back out for Centennial. Passing it around. Back up to the point for Kuznia. Down to the corner. Coon Rapids defense not giving any openings there.
Well, that's been some of the trouble. They've been allowing those openings in this first half. Playing some pretty tight D right now.
Ball inside to McGreal, working, passes it back up top. Little head fake, dribble, nice move. We're gonna get the shot and the foul.
Yeah, it had to be a reach in at that point.
Matt Robinson gets the basket with a little nifty dribbling there.
They're gonna call that on Marcus Rask. That'll be team foul number 7 for Coon Rapids. Push the lead to 14, looking to see if they can make it 15 here from the stripe.
And that one goes as well to make it a 3-point play. Pratt brings the ball up court. Dimovic looks to make a move, dribbles under the basket, adjusts his shot, gets that one to fall and the foul.
Yeah, nice job by Jake. He's been playing well. Again, just gets a nice move inside, gets the bucket. He's averaging a little over 9 points a game. Now with 8 here in the first half. He and Keller both with 8 points for Coon Rapids. Nice job inside.
Another look at that. Good adjustment on the shot.
Yep. I was just going to say, do you think we have our monitor back? But no.
Sometimes. 3-point play completed by Dimovic there. Centennial bringing the ball up. Long jumper there, no good. Rebound put right back in by Matt Robinson. Dimovic on the right wing, looking to feed it inside. Nothing there. Passes back up to Pratt. I'm sorry, to Mann. All the way back around. Mann dribbles inside, gets the shot up and over the defense, but it doesn't fall. Centennial pulls down the rebound.
A good thought by Mann is he's able to get a little elevation and look for the bucket.
That one gets poked away, fed ahead, but too far, and that's going to be Coon Rapids ball. Nobody could get control of that one.
Oh, nice steal by Nick Keller. Started that action. Got the ball back to Marcus Rask and tried to start that fast break.
Keller inbounds, gets it back around, fed back down inside, can't handle the pass. Controls the ball, passed down to the corner. Shot is up. No good off the top of the glass, but we've got a rebound and a foul. Nick Keller's going back to the line.
And Nick did a good job just being aggressive inside. Opportunity here, 7th team foul.
I think that's 8.
Oh, that is 8, absolutely. wasn't sure who they were giving that one to, but they gave it to Colin Abouzid.
This one comes hard off the iron. Now, last basketball game, Joe and I discussed why they call it an iron. It's probably a different kind of metal, but we won't get into that today.
I think maybe the original rims were made of iron.
Well, the original rims were...
Well, baskets.
Baskets.
Yeah, but the original metal type rims, I think, were made of iron.
The original metal rim.
Metal rim. Metal type.
Second free throw from Keller. This one goes in. It makes it 30-43. 13-point advantage for the visiting Cougars. Coon Rapids pressure at half court. Doesn't result in a turnover. Centennial feeds the ball down through traffic, out of bounds, and they're going to call it Coon Rapids ball.
Yeah, no, I don't think anybody touched that on the way through.
A little pressure, confusion, and bad pass.
Theo Johnson was saying that Coon Rapids touched the ball.
Man dribbles off his foot, but able to recover it, pushes the ball forward, passes up to Johnson. Johnson over to the wing. Pass goes inside. Little turnaround move in the post, no good, knocks the ball out. Centennial with the rebound. Mercado pushes it forward. Centennial looking to set up again. Dribble around the defense, pass inside, worked back around, and that's another open three. And Kuznia makes him pay with that one.
Marianne Johnson with the basket, 46-32 with a minute 25 remaining in the half.
Coon Rapids eases off a bit on the pressure, but still playing that half-court press. Pass goes around. Mercado takes it strong to the hoop and puts that one in. Johnson bringing the ball up across half court. Dribbles, looks for some help, gets a pass over. And that's going to be another bucket for Nick Keller. That's 11 for him tonight.
Under a minute.
Centennial on the perimeter, watching the clock. Dribbles inside, but nothing there. Pass back up to Mercado, who takes the long shot off the front of the rim, and that rebound is picked up by Rask. Dribbles it forward, looks around, not a lot of help. Gets the ball back, works it over. Johnson dribbling up at the point, trying to beat his man, nothing doing there. Pass down low, knocked out of bounds, and it'll stay Coon Rapids ball.
Yeah, a little bit of contact, nothing called. As Matthew Robinson was working in on Keller.
Brandon Pratt will inbound the ball here. Out to the left wing, back up to Dumovic from three, no good. Centennial rebound.
That would have been a big three. And Jake's been feeling it. Hit the iron, but couldn't put it through.
Taylene dribbling at half court, passes it over to Johnson. Johnson back to Taylene, to the wing to Mercado. Mercado dribbling, baseline, makes a move, puts one up, but no good. Rebound bounces around. Coon Rapids picks that one up. Johnson brings it down court, looking for the basket, and gets the foul.
Yeah, just as the buzzer goes, so an opportunity for Coon Rapids to get a couple of points here before the break. If Johnson can hit them both.
You get an untimed down in basketball?
It is an untimed down.
Tyrion Johnson will take his two shots here. First one is good. That'll be his 5th point of the game. And he gets them both to go. That makes it a 36-48 game at halftime here. Roger Carlson, Coon Rapids trailing Centennial by 12. We'll be back with more basketball after this.
Taking care of a family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Everywhere that we go, he makes people laugh and makes people smile, and I feel like I have that quality.
He's the one who always takes me fishing.
And watch golf with him. And
I watch him cook because when I grow up, I want to be a cook too.
We have the same faces like this.
Dad is the one, when you fall, that picks you up.
That unconditional sense of presence and reassurance is really what makes him my father.
So good to see you guys. So, what's up? Oh, we finally bought a place. Holy cow.
You seriously have enough saved to do that?
We've been putting a little aside each month.
Jeez, at the end of the month, we have nothing left to save.
Yeah, I have no idea where it goes.
Well, you're spending a lot on... Was it good?
Oh, God.
Oh, how is my account overdrawn?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind. Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
The Coon Rapids Recycling Center can help you recycle all of your old appliances and electronics. From your old refrigerator to washers and dryers, we can help you recycle your appliances and keep them out of the waste stream, which is required by state law. When it comes to electronics, there's a small fee to recycle computer monitors and TVs. Otherwise, the recycling of all other electronics is free. The Coon Rapids Recycling Center, helping you recycle even more.
Shuffling.
Do you have an old mattress or carpet you're tearing out of your home? Keep them out of the landfill and bring them to the Coon Rapids Recycling Center. The center hosts special events each year, where mattresses, box springs, and furniture that are in good condition can be donated to Bridging, a nonprofit organization that helps people furnish their home. Mattresses and box springs that can't be donated can be recycled. Carpet can be recycled weekly during our regular hours. We ask that you prepare it before you arrive. You can find all the details on special event recycling and what you need to know on our website at coonrapidsmn.gov/recycling.
Back for more boys basketball here at halftime. Coon Rapids Cardinals facing a 36-48 deficit to the Centennial Cougars.
Yeah, keys for Coon Rapids coming back is just you got to get stops on defense, and you have to be able to convert shots. too much of that inside game for Centennial in the first half. Really hurt Coon Rapids, and they're going to have to find ways defensively to step up. And offensively, they've missed some shots underneath, but they've been hit well from the perimeter.
Now we'll take a look at some of those highlights here from that first half. We got some of those.
One of Taylene's
shots.
3-pointers in that. He's been doing good. And there you saw a nice shot of their inside game really working well. And then we're having some technical difficulties, but a good hustle defense there by the Cardinals on the steal.
A little more success closer to halftime there as Coon Rapids started converting on more of their shots. But these and ones.
It's manageable here, trailing by 12. It's manageable to come back against Centennial to see some additional highlights. Here's a 3-point shot by Domovic, and he was hot from the corner as well. Hit a couple.
Another look at that good ball movement from Centennial, finding the open man for the 3 yet again.
So we're gonna take a look at stats.
So the stats will be up here any second as you see Centennial shooting 15 of 26, Coon Rapids 12 of 23. Not a huge disparity there. A lot of those misses for Centennial coming just before the half, though. Early on, they were getting easy looks, easy shots. 3-point shots are what's hurting them, though. 5 of 8 for Centennial, 3 of 3 from the free throws. But really, the lopsided stat there is those rebounds, Howie.
Well, and that's what we talked about. Is the second and third opportunities for Centennial. Underneath, you saw that 18-8, unofficially, of course. Advantage for the Cougars, and Coon Rapids again better job stepping up, trying to work that defense a little bit, and they have to get some hands in the face of some of these perimeter shooters for Centennial, because they've had some nice looks from 3-point and they've converted them.
Well, we'll see what kind of adjustments the teams make at halftime, and we'll be back after this with more boys basketball on CTN.
So they say it's a man's world? I don't see anybody's name on it.
While they were doing their thing, we slowly changed ours.
Today, women can do anything men can do. And there's one thing we're even better at.
Back for second half action, boys basketball. Coon Rapids Cardinals, Centennial Cougars. Cougars up 48-36 at the half. We got 18 minutes left to play, and Coon Rapids will start with the ball. Carver with the inbound pass down to the corner. Gets the ball back, feeds it to the inside. Back to an open Domovic, misses the 3. Rebound Centennial.
Jake missed his last 2 three-point attempts. Again, we saw him hit a couple in that first half from that corner.
Ball gets fed down low to McGreal. Dribbles in, takes the shot, no good. Rebound tipped up high, and he knocks it out. Still loose on the floor. Refs look at each other, and it's going to be a Centennial ball.
Yeah, I don't think either ref really knew. It was definitely tipped back.
Well, I can't watch the replay to let you know, so.
Nor can I.
Inbound pass. Gets fed inside. Coon Rapids has a hand in there. Fired back out to the wing. Good hands there by Keller to knock it out of bounds. Off Centennial.
Yeah, he played it off McGreal. Nice job, Keller with good defensive play.
He'll pass it in to Rask, who brings it up across the half-court line. Fires the pass to the corner. Carver dribbles around. Pass back up to the point to the left corner. Shot no good off the back iron. Centennial hustling for that rebound. Pushed ahead. Leiden dribbles up, puts the shot up, no good off the iron. This one comes back the other way. No call there. Centennial comes back down.
I don't think he got all ball, but nonetheless.
Fired to Taylene, open for 3 again. This time it's no good. Good strong rebound from Lowell.
So neither team can get a bucket here to start this first half.
Defense almost comes away with the steal on that one. Carver at the point, swings it over to the side. Back to Carver. Down on the right wing, pass to the middle, goes straight to Centennial. Robinson there for the steal.
I'm not sure if Carver thought there was going to be somebody in the middle there, because there were 3 white jerseys.
Leiden to Taylene. Pass goes down low. Back around to the top. Robinson. Taylene in the corner. And we're going to get a foul down underneath on Sam Carver.
That'll be Sam's second personal. First team foul on the Cardinals.
Well, we saw a few fouls in that first half. No one got into the bonus, though.
They had both. One had 7. Centennial had 8, I believe, in that first. No double bonus situation. But there were a lot of fouls in that first half.
Saline will inbound the ball here for Centennial. Goes up top. Leiden dribbles around the defender, looking for some help. Takes it up to the glass and puts it in.
Went over 2 minutes without a basket by either squad.
That's just Leiden's second basket of the night. For the amount of time he's handled the ball, Coon Rapids keeping him quiet. Little give and go down the wing there, doesn't go. For Domovic, pass ahead. Centennial, nothing doing there as they set back up in the offense. Pass to the corner. Defense gets a hand in there, and we're gonna get a double dribble.
Yeah, Coach. I think Coach Bledsoe was looking for a foul there against Coon Rapids, but didn't get the call. He's got to be pretty happy with his squad. He's he's explaining some things to the ref, but the official doesn't want to listen.
Coon Rapids with the ball. A little bit of pressure there at the half court. Keller brings it up, looking for some help, and fires it over to the right side. Roper Thornton looking for someone, turns that one over. Robinson takes it in on his own, tries to put that one up, doesn't go. Strong rebound from Centennial, another chance. Third shot finally goes down. Looks like we're going to get another timeout.
Yeah, Coon Rapids is going to take a timeout. Doesn't like the effort from his squad, does Coach O. And Cardinals have yet to get a basket here in the second half with 3 minutes gone by. There you see the look underneath by Talene.
Well, you did see that in the replay there, and I'll watch it later on YouTube at home since I can't see it on the monitor here.
You're going to have to, and I watched you guys from up in Sioux Falls a little bit. Didn't get a lot of time to watch, but it's nice not to if I can't be at a game. I'm in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I can turn it on and listen to you and Joe. It was great.
Well, there you go. Whenever you can't see the game live on YouTube, you also have the archive broadcasts on there. So
absolutely.
Catch up if you missed one.
And we hope the Rasks are watching from Breckenridge, Colorado tonight. We have fans all over the country and all over the world.
Anywhere there's internet.
Anywhere there's internet, we have fans. Got a new fan this week from Wales.
That's fantastic.
Oh, well, yeah. You know, people let us know what they love to watch CTN when they're not here in the Twin Cities.
I was fishing for a geography joke on Wales, but I couldn't come up with it.
Would you call it whale watching?
Oh, fishing actually is the joke.
I understand.
Now a little bit of fun there as Coon Rapids brings the ball up. Passed over to the left wing. Tyrion Johnson on the outside looking to work the ball inside. Picks up, starts to dribble. Tries to get around the defense. Stepped on the line, and that's a turnover.
Cardinals working on turnovers as well, wanting to cut down on the amount of times they give the ball away.
Tillian brings the ball up, pass up to Leiden. Leiden dribbles to the inside, almost turns it over. The Coon Rapids defense all over him. Ball gets stripped, kicked, and
that's going to turn it over. Yep.
Coon Rapids ball there on the foul.
His second personal, first team foul. Centennial.
That'll be against Leiden. His second team first.
Substitution for the Cougars.
Second. Kazina comes back on. Johnson inbounds the ball to Rask. Rask with some speed coming across half court, takes it into the lane himself. And they call him the block or the charge.
Oh, they're calling the
block on that one.
Yep.
All right.
Didn't have his feet set. Good drive to the basket by Rask. Get an opportunity to earn his points from the stripe.
Rask's first attempt is up, bounces around and out. Second shot coming here. Second one goes, and that's the first Coon Rapids points of this half, with almost 4 minutes gone by. Cougars facing the half-court press, looking to bring the ball up, get it across half court. McGreal dribbles in, gets the pass down, worked around. Goes down low to Johnson, and he puts that one in. Ball brings the ball up. Coon Rapids needing to start getting some points on offense here.
They do. They've only one so far in this half.
Long three from Rask, bounces out, rebound to Coon Rapids. Bank shot, no good. And Centennial ends up coming up with that one as well. Kuznia passes down. Move from McGreal up, shot no good, rebound underneath, back out to the side. Robinson puts his head down, decides to take it himself.
Well, Jeremy, that's what we were talking about at the break. Those second and third opportunities for Centennial have really been hurting the Cardinals all evening long. They haven't been able to prevent those. And give credit to Centennial doing a nice job of going after the ball and then eventually making the bucket.
The defense falls over, but Keller's shot is good and no foul on the play.
13 for Nick Keller so far here tonight.
Ball worked down and inside to McGreal. Dribbles once, puts up a shot, no good. Coon Rapids rebound. Coming back down the other way. Roper Thornton passes it in. Shot is up and no good. Coon Rapids rebound, but we've got a foul.
Oh, they're going to call this on Keller.
Ball. He had his arm inside there.
Yeah. That'll be his second, team second.
His second personal, second team foul.
Abuzid back in for the Cougars.
Almost turned over there. They're going to call it on the line. That's going to be a Coon Rapids ball.
Yeah, nice hustle.
Great job of running back to contest that one.
Roper Thornton with a nice hustle play at defense.
Johnson looking to inbound it. Gets it to the middle there. Lowell gets some room. Block. Rebound is picked up. And Keller picks that one up.
That's what Coach wants.
In the easy bucket.
Coach O wants to see more of that. Just follow that miss. Nick Keller doing a good job. He's got 15.
Cougars working the ball around. Aggressive defense there and leaves an open man out for three. That one's no good. Centennial rebound.
Again, another rebound offensively for Centennial. They're set up an opportunity to run their offense again.
Robinson from the left wing almost gets stripped and loses it there. Passes it back up to Kuznia. Back over to Robinson for a long two. That one bounces off the rim. Coon Rapids rebound. Quick run and a nice basket.
Armand with a nice play, forcing the defender Abuzid to come over to him, and a nice little dish.
Give us a Centennial timeout.
Cardinals down by 13 with 11:24. Nice fast break bucket there, and the finish by Pratt.
You take all the points you can get, but fast break points ones are always nice.
Yeah, they're always nice, and you save time on the clock, and you get the bucket, and you come back and press on defense.
Those last few trips down the floor, Coon Rapids able to control a few more rebounds as well, starting to erase that deficit. And as they clean the glass, it gives them a chance for those second chance points of their own. We saw that from Keller as he picked up that block shot.
Coach O always talks about consistency, and he needs to see more of that from his squad. They need to be more consistent, and they go through these spurts where they get some points, but they give up a lot. That's something that Coon Rapids needs to continue to work on. But I like the energy here. with the Cardinals. Are they going to put a little pressure, try and put a little pressure on Centennial?
Kuznia to inbound, throws it in to Leiden. Leiden dribbles across the circle. Right to left on your radio dial.
Radio dial?
Oh. Old announcer.
Old school.
There, sorry.
It's old school.
Centennial looking for an opening. Passing the ball around. A little bit of dribble penetration, but passed back out. Leiden looking for the open man. Fires back up to Abu Zaid. Back over to Leiden. Thinks about the three. Thinks better of it. Keeps it. Ball goes back to the point. Defense collapses, and it's a basket for calling Abu Zaid.
Yeah, again, working that ball around the perimeter and then just finding your spot in the lane. Abu Zaid did a nice job of just a little floater and get that basket. 58-43, lead to 15.
Keller in the post, tries to pass it through the lane. Defense gets a hand on it. Nice take to draw the foul on Leiden.
That's going to be foul number 3 on Leiden. 4th team foul on the Cougars. There's Abu Zaid doing a nice job. Just a little floater, getting the bucket, putting the lead at 58-43. But Dialau now with an opportunity from the stripe.
Gets that first one to go.
Returning to the court, number 2.
You see Shane Tulane check back in for Centennial.
And Tulane's one of those players, hot hand from beyond the arc. He opened the game that way.
Second free throw off the front of the rim. Rebounded by McGreal, and that one goes the other way. Leiden passes it up to Taylene, dribbles up. Defense all over him, back to Robinson. Passes over to Kuznia to the right side, work down low. A little bank shot off the glass for McGreal.
That time Keller kind of tried to come out and get the ball away from McGreal. He was able to hold on to it. Nice step-in move for the bucket.
Tried a little give and go, end up turning it over. Ball gets pushed up and turned over by Centennial. Back at the other end is Nick Keller for the easy lay-in.
That time the Cougars got a little sloppy with the basketball, and Coon Rapids made them pay.
Leiden passes it up to Taylene. Taylene back to Leiden on the right side. Back up to the point. Kuznia back over to Taylene. Dribbles around the defense. Defense closes in on him. Leaves number 13 wide open, but he can't get the shot to go. Rebound, Centennial.
Again, second chance opportunity. Just working hard for that basketball, making sure if they get the miss, they get the rebound.
Coon Rapids trying to push up hard for that one. Not able to convert on that. Centennial comes back the other way. McGreal passes it back up to Leiden. Leiden dribbles around the defense. Gets blocked. That'll be Nick Keller bringing the ball up court. Looks for some help. Decides to keep it himself and lays that one in.
Yeah, Nick's having a nice game. Another nice game. As we talked about, coming off a 26-point performance against the Bengals from Blaine.
And he's got 19 tonight.
19 so far.
Taylene dribbles around the defense, keeps it himself. Layup with the right hand, and that one goes in. That's 12 for him.
Yeah, and again, defensively, the Cardinals just let him into the lane.
Looks like Keller just lost the handle on that one going up to the hoop. That's going to be Centennial ball. 8:32 left to play here, 64-48. Cougars on top of the Cardinals. Taylene comes gunning down the court, passes it over for Mercado, but the pass is a little out of his reach, and that'll be a turnover. Coon Rapids ball.
Well, he's moving towards the basket, but pass behind him, not able to bring it in. Now we're seeing some pressure here applied by the Cougars.
Inbound pass, but a quick follow. There'll be Riley Van Buskirk.
Two freshmen guarding each other. Buskirk at 5'9", man at 5'8".
Both taller than me.
Although man doesn't look 5'8".
5'8" in heels, maybe.
Maybe.
Coon Rapids brings the ball into the front court here. Pass down low. Long three for Keller. Rattles around, doesn't come down. And that'll be another Centennial rebound.
Nice fast break. Couldn't get it to finish.
But he did get the foul on the rebound there. Great night from McGreal so far. He's been aggressive on the paint.
He has been.
14 points so far for him. Chance to earn 2 more.
They're going to call that on man.
First shot from McGreal is all net. He extends the lead to 65-48.
Domovic checking back in for Coon Rapids, and Lowell's going to take a seat on the bench. Domovic coming in with 9 points so far on the night.
Second shot from McGreal is good.
Again, we're going to see pressure by the Cougars.
Inbound pass to Pratt. Pratt gets 1 foot across half court. Coon Rapids loses the ball there, but still manages to hang on to it. Pass down to the left wing. Domovic dribbling left side, passes back up to the point to Rask. Rask, right side to,
Keller thought
to
about
Keller.
it. Yep.
He gets it around to Johnson. That shot's no good. Rebounded by Centennial, pushing it back up the other way. Slowing it back down up to the point to Talian.
Coach O just shaking his head. I don't think he liked the shot selection, and I don't think he liked the fact that the Cougars get to the ball for the defensive rebound as well.
Talian dribbles into the lane, gets the pass over to Robinson. That's 2 more points for him.
Yeah, lead is ballooned to 20.
That's 12 for Robinson tonight. 3 players on the court for Centennial in double digits. Keller dribbles along the baseline, fires a pass. Van Buskirk able to get a hand on that one and tip it out of bounds.
He tried to hustle after that loose basketball as well.
Coon Rapids with the ball here, passing in from the baseline. Johnson fires it way up top. Van Buskirk again gets a hand on it, doesn't come out with it that time. Gets back up, good pressure, and this time he gets the steal, tosses it forward to Mercado, who finishes at the rim.
Yeah, Centennial doing a good job in the second half, coming out and continuing to pour on points against Coon Rapids to expand that lead.
Pass down to the corner. Domovic gets this one to go from 3. Talian bring the ball up for Centennial. Fires it left side to Robinson. Robinson, his pass too far. Gets saved, but that'll be an over and back. A good effort from Talian to try to keep that one in.
Absolutely.
But with no Cardinals touching it, that's going to be an easy over and back call for the refs. Johnson inbounds. Domovic from the corner. This one goes off the rim. Rebound. Almost controlled by Coon Rapids, but Talian got around behind him, knocked it out. That'll be Coon Rapids' ball.
Good Keller trying to get that basketball, but we talked about Talian not only offensively, but good hustle on the defensive end. 6:21 remaining in this contest, 70-51 in favor of Centennial.
Another try from 3. This time he gets it to go. That'll be 15 for him tonight. Centennial dribbles across half court, keeps it himself, bounces around, and ends up coming out no good. Fight for the rebound. And we're going to get a timeout from the coach to avoid a turnover or foul there. Good call by the coach on that one.
Well, tie-up would have given the ball to Centennial.
Sometimes it's nice to keep that arrow, though.
Yeah, always nice to keep the arrow. Not that Centennial needs it at this point in the ball game, but nonetheless.
70-54.
Playing a little Star Wars music. Did you see the new movie? I'm sure you did.
I have not at this point in time.
I have not either. Yeah, I have not either. I'd like to see it.
I have to accommodate a bunch of children that belong to me at the same time.
I understand.
So managing all the schedules. Plus, you know, I spend a lot of nights at CTN.
Yeah, well, can't think of a better place to spend your night than at CTN.
Well, sometimes I spend the night at home on YouTube watching CTN.
Oh, I see.
Or on Facebook or Twitter.
You're a CTN junkie. I know it.
I won't deny it.
Yep.
I've even got a CTN hat and a shirt.
Wow. People are envying you
right now. They should give us tie pins.
Wouldn't that be nice? Well, you know, it's another thing for Eric Strauss to get us.
There you go. Budget it for next year.
I think you should.
I'd rather have a working monitor.
Yeah,
Centennial inbounds the ball. Almost gets away from him there. Robinson passes it around. Working it back down low to McGreal. Fires it back up to the point. Left wing. Ball comes back up to Taylene, right side. Robinson dribbles it back up top, waiting for the defense to go past him. Good defensive effort to knock it back to Centennial there. Down from the corner, Taylene dribbles. Pass doesn't quite get to his target, McGreal, but Centennial keeps the ball. Still passing that one around. Long shot, bounces a few times and falls for McGreal.
He has 18, I believe, on the night.
He does indeed.
You know, even the loose basketball, Centennial doing a good job of getting to them.
Coon Rapids trying to penetrate there. Nothing doing. Demovic takes it back up top, passes it down. Fires a pass to the left side. Demovic thought about it, tries the pass. Off the face of Taylene there. Open three for Rask. Doesn't get that one to go. Centennial hauls in the rebound again.
Again, no red jersey under the basket. That three put up by Rask. No defensive effort to get the rebound.
Robinson to Taylene. Taylene takes himself left side, pass to the corner. Robinson back around. Van Buskirk looking to dribble. Passes to Robinson. Robinson right side. Taylene looking to feed the ball inside, but the defense is there to cover it. Robinson back on the left, feeds it into McGreal. McGreal cross-court pass. Taylene doesn't take that one, instead dribbles it in. Little contortion and gets that ball to bounce in.
Nice job to hang there in the air, able to get that bucket. Leads it back to 20 now.
And that'll be 14 for Taylene, most of those from beyond the arc.
We got Taylene with 14. You've got Matthew Robinson with 13 and 18, as we talked about from McGreal. And 12 from Theo Johnson, so nice balanced scoring for the Cougars.
Absolutely. Nick Keller will go to the line off that last shot. A little too much arm on that one.
Keller with 19 points, looking to get his 20th here.
Got to get up to that scoring average, right?
It's over his average. See, he heard us.
That's what
we jinxed him.
Well, I talked about this with Joe. In basketball, we're sitting right here by the court, where if we talk loud enough, they can hear us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But in golf, they're in a TV truck or in a tower miles away from the tee, but they whisper. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
The mysteries of broadcasting.
Able to convert that second free.
Keller gets that one to fall. Centennial bringing the hush.
Hush over the crowd.
It does add a lot of drama to the broadcast.
Absolutely.
Van Buskirk shoots three, no good. Coon Rapids rebound, forced ahead. This will be Roper Thornton trying to convert, but turns the ball over instead. Centennial fires the ball way down. Good effort to haul that one in, and a good hustle. This one goes back the other way. Almost had to travel. No foul on that block. Back to tennis match. Finally, Centennial controls it and slows that one down. Abu Zaid with the ball. Dribble into the right side. Looking to get around his defender. Gets the pass around. That'll be McGreal. Dribbles in hard off the glass. That one doesn't go. Rebound, Coon Rapids. Passed ahead. Keller takes it around the defense and in.
Yeah, no call. Nick Keller now with 22.
Van Buskirk passes it around. Jacob Seiler. Down to Van Buskirk, floats that one up. Off the rim hard, and Coon Rapids comes up with that rebound. Keller trucking ahead, fires the ball over to Roper Thornton, who can't get it to go. Keller with the rebound, and he puts that one in for two more.
Really nice follow by Keller. He started that play, and then the follow off the miss.
Just under 2:30 left to play, 74-59 Centennial. Centennial with the ball. Defense collapsing there. And we're going to get a timeout by Centennial.
Yeah, with 2:20 remaining, 74-59 in favor of the Cougars. Coach Bledsoe going to call a timeout, talk to his squad.
Well, definitely saw a lot of back and forth there, some sloppy passes, some attempts, and nobody can convert on those fast breaks. But we see the replay here of Keller, again, just staying with that, following the shot, getting those second chance points.
Yeah, Nick's had a really nice game here tonight. Again, followed up with that really nice game in the loss to Blaine. You know, and Blaine is a pretty good team, because if the playoffs would start today, Blaine would be the #1 seed, and Coon Rapids would most likely play them again in the first round of the section games.
Well, they played them tight last time.
They did.
Couldn't come away with it. They had a big lead for a while, too.
Blaine was up by 22 at one point. Cardinals were able to cut it to 2 with about 3 minutes remaining, but just couldn't get over that hump.
Well, the lead's a little bigger than 3 here with just over 2 remaining.
Yeah, it's. Is there a 6-point play in basketball?
Well, if you hit a 3 and get fouled, you only get 1 extra.
Yeah, I know, but is there a way to figure it out? Yeah.
Well, I guess if you can get a technical as well on the other guy, you get 2 free throws, right?
That's true.
And the ball.
Absolutely.
We can make something work. Centennial with Kuznia inbounding the ball here. He'll fire it all the way back. Taylene bringing the ball up against against Man. Pass there. Cougars looking to just pass the ball around. Nothing too pressing offensively here. Trying to beat that Coon Rapids press. Mercado takes his eyes off the ball. Goes over his shoulder and out of bounds. Coon Rapids ball.
Yeah, he's got a big smile on his face, but I'm sure that Coach Bledsoe, great. You're up big at this point, but in a close game, you can't give the ball away like that. I know he knows that.
Keller trying to work the baseline, can't quite do it himself, so fires a nice pass over to Roper Thornton, who drains the 3. Pressure from Coon Rapids here. Kuznia able to get it across half court, but dribbles it off his own foot and out of bounds.
Yeah, well, I thought that went off a man, but no, definitely a turnover by Centennial. As Theo Johnson's going to check back into the game for Centennial.
Ref here on the side called it out off Centennial.
And number 12,
wait for the subs to get settled. Centennial still bringing the pressure here, even though they got the big lead. Man gets the ball back up at the point. Fires a pass down low. Gets the ball back, fires to the left wing. Looking to work the ball inside. Roper Thornton gets the pass over. No shot there, gets stripped. Nice play from Taylene to get the turnover there. Dribbles around the defense, passes it down into the post. That one's no good, and Coon Rapids able to pull down the rebound on this one. Roper Thornton dribbles in,
and
gets the foul and the basket. Nice hustle play there.
Roper Thornton has been playing nice, and he's had a nice season here in the last couple games. Cuts the lead to 10. The lead was up at 20 at one point. Looking to get this lead under double digits with 1:03 remaining.
Roper Thornton's first shot from the line.
Crowd quiets down. You can hear the grass. You can hear the grass growing. It's so quiet in here.
He's able to get the first. That's all he gets though is one because he made the basket. I promise I'm hanging.
9-point lead now for Centennial. Cardinals going to pressure on defense. Looking for the turnover here.
We're going to get a whistle and a foul. Tyrion Johnson will draw that one.
Just the 4th team foul on Coon Rapids. It's less fouls in this second half than we saw in the first. Now they're going to call this on Lowell, I believe.
Had his hands up, but feet and the hips were in the way.
Little body contact. It was just a check into the boards.
It's fine in hockey, but not in basketball. Unless you're Robert Ory, then you can get
yeah, you can do pretty much what you want.
Leiden dribbles the ball up. A little behind the back move there. Dribbles around. Pass to Taylene on the wing. Dribbles inside. Goes for the layup and puts that one in. Makes it an 11-point game. Coon Rapids brings the ball back up with 41 seconds left to play. Not a lot of time looking for an opening here for a shot. Johnson dribbles it around, passes it over to the wing. Pass mishandled by Reese Mann. Out of bounds, Cougars ball.
He fired that pass and Mann couldn't control it.
Cardinals ate up about 20 seconds there before they lost the ball, didn't even get a chance at a shot. So good defense from Centennial. Taylene wiggles his way through the defense, fires it down. And we'll get a big block and a foul down at this end of the court.
Yeah, McGrill went down hard.
Gets back up okay.
Call it on Lowell.
I'm going to assume we have a highlight of that one.
Almost. Boy. Nice contact there.
So McGrill at the line here. He's got 18 so far tonight. Chance to make it 20.
Now this, depending on where this, what the score ends, this could be 2 games in a row that Nick Keller, the leading scorer on both squads.
And both shots go for McGrill. Good hustle on defense there, but Cougars keep the ball. 21 seconds left to go, 13-point game.
And again, the Cougars continuing to pressure.
Cardinals fire that one down the left side, looking for someone. And when you're looking for someone, it usually ends up in the hands of Nick Keller. Can't get the basket to go. Taylene brings it back the other way. Leiden back to Taylene, dribbling on the side, almost stripped from the back. Centennial keeps the ball, fires it around, just looking to run out the clock. And that'll do it for the game. The final score, 78-65 Centennial.
We'll give the Cardinals some credit. They were down by 20, and it ended up being a 13-point deficit, but they were able to try and cut into that lead here in the latter half of the second.
And that's something we saw in that Blaine game as well. Even facing a big deficit, they keep playing hard. And those are the kind of dividends that pay off later on in the season.
Absolutely. Sometimes good things happen. But there you see the final score, 78-65. Cougars will move to 3-11. Cardinals will drop to 2-12 on the season.
That's correct. Nick Keller with 24 for the Cardinals, their leading scorer tonight. And we'll come back with some second half highlights after this short break.
No, we're going right into it. No breaks for us.
No break. No monitor, no break.
No, yeah.
That's how we do it at CTN.
We roll that way.
We'll hear those second half highlights for you.
Cardinals not able to score a point until the final, through the first 2 minutes. Cougars came out in a nice drive by Oprah Thornton.
That good follow there from Keller.
Keller with 24 points on the night.
And we saw that good hustle by Coon Rapids to cut into that lead. But
nice bucket by Pratt.
Better rebounding, better shooting on the Centennial side of the ball.
Yeah, give credit to Nick Keller. He had a nice job, nice game there. You saw 2 of his 24 points on the evening. But the slam by Mercado for the Cougars, and again they played a good game and did a nice job of moving the ball around and gets the win.
Absolutely. Well, we got some upcoming coverage here on CTN.
There it is. We're going to be back. We're going to be at Andover on Friday night for boys basketball. Next Tuesday, girls basketball against Totino Grace. Then Tuesday the 26th, boys swimming and diving. Would you like to do that by yourself again?
You know, I'll do what's asked of me at CTN.
Yeah, that was a tough night for you. We kind of bailed on you that night, and things just didn't work out. And certainly want to thank everybody for watching. Jeremy, good job as always. Jeremy Smith in substitute for the one and only Joe Young.
All right. And for everybody in the truck, Howie Shapiro, the missing Joe Young, and myself, Jeremy Smith, thanks for watching CTN Coon Rapids. Have a great night.